had a small feeling this might happen. I just want to clear things up for everybody here and at home. Chris Evans, right? Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt, Chris Pine.
The youngest Captain Kirk and a blue-eyed stud, Chris Pine has been in the spotlight for a while now. Since his debut in ER in 2003, he's been busy making everyone swoon for almost 2 decades. He may run the show in Starfleet, but he's not always in control, and he's totally fine with it. While the actor started gaining more attention with his roles in Star Trek and Wonder Woman, his career has been on a slow rise to popularity over many years of hard work and perseverance. What has he been up to? Is he destroying Hollywood's last taboo for full-frontal male nudity? Why is he considered to be the thinking woman's action hero? Who helped him escape his job of waiting tables? Why was he immortalized by the internet? Did he always want to be an actor? Is he as true to himself as he claims to be? Stay tuned to unfold the story, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We've probably all heard the wisdom that when you stop craving something, it comes to you when the time is right. Chris is a firm believer in that. When he was getting ready to leave LA and head to New York, where his friends offered him a place to stay, he found out that he got in. Pine got his first TV and film roles in the space of 2 weeks with constant auditions. Isn't he a hard-working angel? Star Trek alum had his breakthrough alongside Anne Hathaway in the second installment of the Princess Diaries. This role was his escape from a full-time job of waiting tables.
I loathe you.
I loathe you.
I loathe you first.
In an interview with Esquire in 2013, Chris recalled his time in the restaurant industry, saying that he hated serving and getting people ketchup. Receiving that role meant that he was going to become a full-time actor. On that note, the Wonder Woman star was hired for Smokin' Aces 10 seconds into his audition. Afterward, Ben Affleck approached director Joe Carnahan and said, "If I could take 10% of what I'm going to make the rest of my career and bet on somebody, it would be that kid." We most definitely remember his role in 2018's Outlaw King as Robert the Bruce, the Scottish king who ferociously fights to get his country's independence back from England. The internet went overboard to tell the story of Chris Pine and his assets. A round of applause for Netflix's bravery in airing such riveting material, and Chris, too, for boldly going where few men have gone before. Full frontal male nudity is Hollywood's last taboo. Michael Fassbender, Colin Farrell, Kevin Bacon, the list is short. Even the critics couldn't stay away. Chris Pine, full frontal, Outlaw King. That's pretty much my review. Outlaw King director David Mackenzie complained to Metro about the hype around it. "It's a man getting clean in a cold lake. You don't do that with your clothes on," Mackenzie said. "And it's microseconds. It's ridiculous all the fuss about it." Pine opened up about his thoughts on dropping, well, everything for the big screen, saying, "I thought the witty reviews were brilliant. But what did strike me most is that Florence Pugh bears everything too, and no one commented." He said that he's not sure what that means. Either people think they can't comment, or everyone expects women to get naked. Either way, double standards. The actor also said that he didn't mind being, quote, objectified by audiences of the Gal Gadot star vehicle. He added that it was fun for a day, but thinking about how this happens to women so much that it's about time. No kidding, Chris Pine. No kidding. It's safe to say that Star Trek alum is attracted to roles that explore masculinity and men's relationships with one another. In particular, Pine was into Hell or High Water due to the director's previous portrayal of male relationships in Starred Up. His understanding of male relationships and the way they're articulated and physicalized was beautiful, sensitive, nuanced, and violent all at once. Outlaw King star was immortalized by the internet when he cried during John Legend and Common's performance at the 2015 Oscars. Pine said the song spoke to him about the strength of the human spirit and its power to persevere and overcome barriers. Be it racial segregation or bullying or hardship, it's just the human spirit. It's hope. It's safe to say that the actor is in touch with his emotions, and he's not afraid to show them. When talking about losing his virginity in his first year of college, the actor remembers that the woman he slept with went out of her way to make sure he felt comfortable, going so far as to tell him to call her if he needed to talk. Isn't that sweet and thoughtful? her actions and his reaction to it. Healthy relationships, here we come. On the topic of relationships, Pine said that dating people who were different actually helped his career. Being around someone he found funny enabled him to balance out his moments of stress and anxiety, and taught him patience. He's human after all, and he's not hiding it. Right now, one of the hottest actors in Hollywood is getting serious with British actor Annabelle Wallis. Some say he even wooed her away from another man. Whoa. The two first linked up in 2018 and have been together ever since, surviving the pandemic as we all do. Grocery shopping, riding bikes, and generally social distancing from other people. The two also spent the holidays together last year, with Pine saying, "The first time in 40 years I haven't been with my family, but I will be with my girlfriend and her family out here. Everyone is happy and healthy. That's all I can ask for." Did we hear wedding bells? Getting a little sidetracked. See what we did there? The man who made history on Star Trek by being the youngest actor ever to play the lead nearly didn't accept the role.
This was actually way more difficult for me because what it required was a lot more transparency.
When he got an offer, he was already thinking about White Jazz, a sequel to LA Confidential. Eventually, he realized Star Trek would be the bigger challenge for him as an actor due to the project's scale, and it seems like he made the right choice. Chris, a beautiful soul he is, finding out that William Shatner was devastated about not being a part of the reboot, reached out to him with a thank you for creating the iconic role and asked for advice in approaching life in Starfleet. The move may not have healed Shatner's wounds, but he definitely appreciated it and wished Pine good luck in tackling Kirk. We cannot help but mention how incredibly talented his family is. Hollywood royalty, no less. And what does Quentin Tarantino have to do with it? Well, let's see. Pine's parents are accomplished actors who've enjoyed starring roles in several popular TV shows, beginning in the 1970s. And his grandmother, Anne Gwynn, was an icon of the horror film industry of the 1940s. She was one of the first scream queens. You know, not the Emma Roberts brilliant TV show type, but Jamie Lee Curtis' mom Janet Leigh psychotype. The final role of her impressive, decade-spanning career arrived when she appeared alongside Michael Douglas in Adam at 6 a.m. And, wait for it, Anne is technically in a Quentin Tarantino movie. As we all know, the filmmaker is intentional about what he decided to place in his love letter to Hollywood. It's a sweet connection. What can we say? Pine called Tarantino a very cool dude and said he'd love to work with him in the future. Tarantino has also declared his adoration for Chris Pine, calling the Wonder Woman 1984 actor his, quote, favorite actor of this generation, quote, hands down. Well, we'd love to see them working together, wouldn't we? As for the charismatic actor himself, despite the family history, Chris Pine had no genuine interest in acting as a child. He wanted to pursue academics and activities outside the realm of make-believe. He only leaned into it after getting his English degree from UC Berkeley. Chris also credits one of his high school teachers for planting the seed when they cast him in the play Waiting for Godot. When you see a leading man like Chris Pine, you're under the impression that it must have been his life pursuit. Movie star. But at his essence, Chris is a character actor. He isn't interested in celebrity. He's just interested in taking challenging and enjoyable roles. And he's the rare A-list star comfortable enough in his masculinity to take a back seat and see a woman take charge. Or more specifically, Wonder Woman.
Well, I had one job. My job was to make Gal laugh and to fall in love with Gal.
Okay.
To make Gal laugh, Gal could look at a wall and laugh. She is more prone to laughter than any human being I've ever met on planet Earth.
The This Means War star once told his agent he didn't like the material he was receiving, so he took budget out of the equation and focused on getting good roles. He also threw some shade, acknowledging that the indie films have a budget that studios tend to stay away from, that they either go for a few million or big blockbusters with a $150 million plus budget. About that, he said, "But I don't really know why. I don't get paid to know why." He prefers directors who allow him to explore the character more and have some input on what goes on behind the camera. He enjoys getting involved in the creative process. Talking about brilliant directors, Patty Jenkins was Pine's main reason for joining Wonder Woman due to her vision for the character and the script, which showed compassion being one of the keys to victory over the enemy. Otherwise, he isn't a big fan of superhero films. What is he a fan of? Apparently, Olivia Wilde's stellar directing. everything goes well. Sooner rather than later, we'll see this gorgeous actor in Don't Worry Darling, her upcoming psychological thriller, and a few other movies he has in stock for us. While we're waiting, we can always turn to the pictures of him walking his dog, looking all irresistible with his sculpted biceps and a mask on. And let us leave you with even more irresistible words from the brilliant actor. The more you are positive and say, I want to have a good life, the more you build that reality for yourself. It's all about perspective. If something goes wrong, you say, what can I learn from that and what can I do to grow?
Agony that can cut like a knife. I must have her to wife.